Hi, my name is Ben. Today I show you 10 romance anime you must see. Please enjoy a show. Let's go! Jose, the tiger and the fish. Equipped with his passion for diving and admiration for marine biology, university student Tsuneo Suzukawa tries his best to juggle several part-time jobs to earn enough money to study abroad. But one night, in a fateful accident, he meets a girl in a wheelchair, driving his current path into a detour. The girl Kumiko, who preferred to be called Jose, initially comes off as rude. Tsuneo, however, is then convinced by Jose's grandmother to take on the paid job to be Jose's caretaker. Despite being annoyed with her bossy demeanor, Tsuneo sees the opportunity to save more funds to support his academic dream. Nonetheless, after putting up with Jose's behavior for some time, Tsuneo tries to quit, only to discover Jose's dreams of traversing the outside world to experience a life free from her crippling condition. Changing his mind, Tsuneo decides to accompany Jose in exploring the wonders that the world has to offer. Through their time together, the two begin to realize that the thread that binds them may be toward fulfilling their respective aspirations. Heiji Hairo. When regular Saluraimon Yashida wakes up one Sunday morning after a long night at the bar, the last thing he expects to see is that his tiny apartment has a new resident, an unfamiliar high school girl. The previous night, despite finally gathering the courage to confess to his boss, a long-time crush, Arigato, Yoshida was rejected. After driving his sorrows at a bar with his good friend Hishimoto, Yoshida headed back to his home in a drunken stupor, only to run into Sei Agiwara, a runaway high schooler. She asked him to let her stay the night, and with his judgment clouded by alcohol, Yoshida completed. Now, with his head on straight but with no memory of last night's events, Yoshida has Sei explain just how she ended up sleeping at his apartment. Having listened to her story, Yoshida finds himself unable to kick her out, especially after learning that she came all the way from Hokkaido. So, despite his reservation about sheltering an underage girl, Yoshida allows her to stay, and their life together begins. Aharen's son. Reina Aharen, a small and cute student with a quiet voice, is quite bad at determining distance and personal space. Sometimes she's inches away from your face, and in other times miles too far. The only one who tries to understand her antics is Redou Matsuboshi, who is seated beside her in class. He has a menacing face, but in reality he is a kind boy with an imagination that can run wild at times. Aharen follows the peculiar pair, and their odd friendship starts to blossom when Reido picks up Aharen's eraser for her. He immediately repeats his gesture and now believes them to be best friends, showing how the simplest of things can prove to be the most complicated of challenges for them. My dress-up darling, traumatized by a childhood incident with a friend who took exception to his love of traditional dolls, doll artisan hopeful Wakana Goju passes his days as a loner, finding solace in the home easy room at his high school. To Wakana, people like beautiful Marin Kitagawa, a trendy girl who's always surrounded by a throng of friends, is practically an alien from another world. But when cheerful Marin, never want to be shy, spots Wakana sewing away one day after school, she budges in with the aim of roping her quiet classmate into her secret hobby, cosplay, while Wakana's wounded heart be able to handle the invasion from this sexy alien. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro. Every day Naoto Hajinose is teased relentlessly by Hayase Nagatoro, a first-year student he meets one day in the library while working on his manga. After reading his story and seeing his awkward demeanor, she decides from the moment on to toy with him, even calling him Senpai? Sorry, in lieu of using his real name. At first, Nagatoro's relentless antics are more bothersome than anything, and leave him feeling embarrassed as he is forced to cater to her whims. However, as they spend more time together, a strange sort of friendship develops between them, and Naoto finds that life with Nagatoro can even be fun. But one thing's for sure, his days will never be dull again. Komi can't communicate. Hitihito Tadano is an ordinary boy who heads into his first day on high school with a clear plan to avoid trouble and do his best to blend in with others. Unfortunately, he fails right away when he takes the seat beside the school Madonna, Shouko Komi. His peers now recognize him as someone too elegant for a change to sit next to the most beautiful girl in class. Gorgeous and graceful with long, dark hair, Komi is universally adored and immensely popular despite his mysterious his persona. However, unbeknownst to everyone, she has crippling anxiety and a communication disorder which prevents her from wholeheartedly socializing with her classmates. When left alone in the classroom, a chain of events forces Komi to interact with Sadano through writing on the blackboard, as if in one-way conversation. Being the first person to realize she cannot communicate properly, Sadano picks up the chalk and begins to write as well. He eventually discovers that Komi's goal is to make 100 friends during her time in high school. To this end, she decides to lend her a helping hand, thus also becoming her first ever friend. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. As a renowned Suichi Academy, Miyuki Shiragane and Kaguya Shinomiya are the students' body, top representatives, ranked the top student in the nation, and respected by peers and mentors alike. Miyuki serves as the student council president. Alongside him, the vice-president Kaguya, eldest daughter of the Wesley Shinomiya family, excels in every field imaginable. They are the envy of the entire student body, regarded as the perfect couple. However, despite both having already developed feelings for the other, neither are willing to admit them. The first to confess loses, will be looked down upon, and will be considered the lesser. With their honor and pride at stake, Miyuki and Kaguya are both equally determined to be the one to emerge victorious on the battlefield of love. The quintessential quintuplet Futaro Yusugi is an ace high school student, but leads an otherwise tough life. His standoffish personality and reckless of nature have left him friendless, and his father is debt-ridden, forcing his family to scrape by. One day during his lunch break, Yusugi argues with a family transfer student who has claimed his seat, leading both of them to dislike each other. That someday he is presented with a golden opportunity to clear his family's debts, a private tutoring gig for a wealthy family's daughter. With a wage of 5 times the market price, he accepts the proposal, but is horrified to discover that the client, Itsuki Nakano, is the girl he confronted earlier after unsuccessfully trying to get back. On Itsuki's good side, Yusugi finds out that his problems don't end there. Itsuki is actually a quintuplet, so in addition to her, he must also tutor her sisters Miku, Yotsuba, Nino, and Ichika, who, despite the very real threat of flanking, want nothing to do with a tutor. However, his family's livelihood is on the line, so Yusugi pushes on, adamant in his resolve to rid the sisters of their distaste for studying and successfully lead them to graduation. The detective is already dead. Kimihiko Kimizuka has found himself inadvertently entangled in various crimes more times than he can remember, reframed to himself as a magnet for trouble. One day, as if it was nothing out of the ordinary, a group of unknown men kidnaps him, forcing him to birth a fight, where he also encounters a hijacking amid the resulting chaos. However, Kimizuka meets a stunning silver-haired beauty, going by the codename Siesta, who then saves the day. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. And I know my English is so bad, but I hope you understand me. Well, you have been with you. Good luck and have a nice day. See you later.